I am Ted Bundy, one of America's most notorious serial killers. My story begins in Burlington, Vermont, on November 24, 1946. I was born Theodore Robert Cowell, but I took my stepfather's name, Bundy, after my mother married him. My life took a dark turn in 1974. I was living in Seattle, Washington, studying law. It was during this time that I began abducting, raping, and killing young women and girls. My modus operandi was simple. I feigned injury or disability, or impersonated authority figures, to gain my victims' trust. Once I had them isolated, I would strike them on the head with a metal rod to subdue them. I managed to evade justice for years, even after being arrested and tried for kidnapping. I managed to escape from prison twice, allowing me to continue my killing spree. Finally, in 1978, I was arrested one last time in Florida. I was tried and sentenced to death for the murders of two Chi Omega sorority students at Florida State University, as well as for the murder of a 12-year-old girl. I was executed in the electric chair on January 24, 1989. I am Ted Bundy, and this is my chilling story. Stay tuned for more stories.
I need a police at Wingstop in Fayetteville. Don't get in the car, please. Do not get in the car. Stop in Fayetteville? Yes, please. This is an emergency. Don't get in the car.
All right, you guys. So on July 16th, police received multiple 911 calls from Fayetteville, Georgia. These 911 calls apparently came from multiple people. Now, one came from the manager of the Wingstop, and the other 911 calls came from the family members of Kalia. On July 16th, 19-year-old Kalia Jones was working her shift at Wingstop when her ex-boyfriend Cameron Hopkins came in. Now, when Cameron came in, he demanded that Kalia come out, but when she did it, he tried to drag her out. On the 911 call, the manager can be heard telling Cameron that he could not come behind the counter before Cameron pulled out a gun and took Kalia out at gunpoint. Now, Kalia's family also called 911 because Kalia called them during this whole ordeal. On that 911 call, you can hear her family begging her, please do anything you can do to not get in that car. Now, sadly, you guys, Kalia was kidnapped by her ex-boyfriend from her job, but police did catch up to them. Police ended up chasing this red Camaro with Kalia and Cameron in it, and they chased it to Clayton County right by Lovejoy High School. So the sad part about this story is, once they got him to stop, he refused to surrender. Police say they heard multiple gunshots coming from the car, and that's when they put tear gas in his car in order to get him out. Now, sadly, Cameron did shoot and kill his 19-year-old ex-girlfriend, Kalia Jones. So while all of this is going on, he's on Instagram confessing to the murder while he's committing the murder. So after using the tear gas, they was able to get Cameron out, which they arrested him and charged him with the murder of innocent Kalia Jones.
Fayetteville, Fayette County Police, they chased the suspect's vehicle into Clayton County, where it all ended here at Lovejoy High School. Police say the suspect fired several shots inside the car and even shot at officers, hitting their vehicles multiple times. Now, police were able to get the suspect out of the car using a tear gas, and that's when police found the 9-year-old inside the car with several gunshot wounds. A 20-year-old now charged with aggravated assault and kidnapping. Now, this investigation is still ongoing in Clayton County Police. They will handle the homicide investigation. Now, we will continue to follow this story and bring you the latest development.
Kalia was a beautiful girl. She was a dancer. She was really loved by her friends and family. And y'all, she was a hard worker. So her family is still processing this tragedy, so they have not spoken out on this yet. But as more details come out, we find out this is not the first time that Cameron has kidnapped Kalia. So sadly, almost a year to the date, on July 17th of last year, Cameron did the exact same thing to Kalia. So while Kalia was at her job at Walmart, Cameron did try to kidnap her from there as well. Police received multiple 911 calls from this Walmart of a woman that was put in a car. So after this, y'all, Kalia was able to escape out of a window, but sadly, a year later, when he did the same exact thing, he took her life.
Police say the teen was kidnapped last year by Hopkins as well, here at the Fayette County Walmart parking lot. Police say he was out on bond when Sunday's kidnapping happened.
It's frustrating. It's in law enforcement when you make arrests in cases and then those individuals can back up on the streets. And today we saw one of the tragedies of that happening.
This was completely senseless, and this child did not deserve this. Kalia was working hard. She had a restraining order out on this man, and he continued to bother her, harass her, and stalk her. So what's crazy to me is on his Instagram pictures, he did have an ankle monitor on every picture, plus her having a restraining order out on him, plus everybody calling 911, and it still did not save her life. Y'all, I do stories like this in order to shed light on these situations, so maybe when judges grant these bonds or let these people out, they can look more into this. There is no reason why Kalia should not be here today with her friends and her family and living her life. This man deserves to go to prison for the rest of his life. There's no doubt in my mind that he will offend again. Justice for Kalia, and you guys comment below and let me know your thoughts on this case.
Normal looking photos that have a disturbing backstory. Ronaldo Doxa, a politician in the Philippines, took a picture of his family right before he was assassinated on New Year's Day in 2011. The man in the back shot him twice while his family was forced to watch. The man holding the puppy is Yukio Araki, a kamikaze pilot who just one day later would crash into the USS Brian, killing 66 of the crew members and taking his own life. Yukio was only 17 years old, knowing completely well that he'd be going to his death the next day. The smiling man in this photo is Nazi Joseph Goebbels, who is in a 1933 League of Nations meeting, and in the next photo, his expression completely changes. His expression changes from cheerful to hatred because someone told him that the photographer was of Jewish descent. This seemingly normal photo shows three men in judo attire. The man on the right, however, is Osama bin Laden, the terrorist responsible for the 9/11 attacks on New York City. The girl wearing the veil is Elizabeth Smart, who was kidnapped for 9 months by the man on the far right. This photo was taken at a party the kidnapper crashed with Elizabeth, and she was forced to wear this veil at all times to keep her from being recognized in public.
Breaking news, a man has been found after being lost at sea for 2 months. Authorities say the 51-year-old and his dog set off from Mexico in April on a catamaran. Their journey was going to take them to French Polynesia. However, during that time, their vessel got damaged during a storm. The pair survived by eating raw fish and drinking rainwater as they waited for a miracle. On Wednesday, a helicopter conducting surveillance for tuna spotted the tiny catamaran bobbing in the middle of the ocean. Officials are now calling this the real-life Tom Hanks castaway. Authorities said, quote, "It has to be a slow return to normal and he will probably need to be kept an eye on for several months." They said he will also slowly need to return to a normal diet. I'll keep you guys updated. What do you think? Drop in the comments.
Hey, step back here with me, man. How are you? Hey, good afternoon. I'm Trooper Nielsen, Louisiana State Police. The reason why I stopped you was for speeding. You know how fast you're going?
No, sir.
73 and a 55, so it's 18 over the limit. Do you have your driver's license?
No, sir.
Do you have a driver's license?
No, sir.
Then why are you driving?
I was just
Okay.
going home.
Do you have any weapons on you?
No, sir.
It's okay. I was just asking. What's your name, man?
Michael
Michael what?
Mitchell.
Michael Mitchell. How old are you, Michael?
I'm 18.
Okay, Michael Mitchell. M-I-C-H-A-E-L.
A-E-L.
M-I-T-C-H.
E-L-L.
What's your date of birth?
1602.
Is anybody with you?
No, sir. It's just me.
You have insurance? All right, show me your insurance. Whose car is this, man? Your big brother's? You smoking weed today? Look at me.
I did early. I'm not high right now.
Okay. All right, we'll take a look at you. Do you have an ID? You have any ID? Is there any weed in the car, man? Don't stop. Step here. Step here to me. Look at me, Michael. Make eye contact with me. Step out here. Step up here. Is there any weed in the car? Yes or no?
It's just a doobie in the ashtray, like.
Okay.
Other than that, this
Anything else?
Dizzy.
All right. You be honest with me, I'll be honest with you. I ain't looking for no roach. You hear me?
Yes, sir.
Is there anything else in there?
Yes, sir. I promise.
Okay, it's in the ashtray? In that
Yes.
cup thing?
Yes, sir.
Anything else?
Yes, sir.
Okay. When did you puff last?
This was
Be
like
honest. Because I'm a drug recognition expert.
about an hour ago.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna look at you. But all right, where are you headed right now?
I was headed back home.
Okay. Where's home? What's your address? No, stop. Come here. Where do you live? It's easy. It's easy to answer this. Where do you live? You don't know how to drive to your house?
I was coming from there, how I got lost.
So what's the address?
No.
What? You don't know your address?
No, sir.
Okay, come back here. Come back here. All right. Prop up on this bumper right here, okay? Just sit down right here, okay? All right.
1041.
All right. You've admitted there's a small amount of marijuana in the car, and I've smelled it. It's probable cause. Can I take a look in your car? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. All right. But there's nothing else in there? No weapons? Nothing? Okay. It's your brother's car? It's your brother's car? Hey, come here. Put that phone on that hood. You know you ain't gonna sit here and be texting behind my back while I'm sitting here in this car. Get on that car. Hey, all right, now step here. When did all this happen? When did all that happen?
That happened.
When?
My brother, he said it
How long ago?
happened,
Days?
Yeah, it was.
Okay, come back. Just leave this here. Come back here. Just stay right here in front of my car. Is this your wrench?
No, sir.
Hey, Chad. Like, this looks close. Like bam, 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 bam. Yeah. And the boy, see? What I'm being told is that the boy who gave him permission to use the car is missing. So he's lying his ass off. We go looking for the person who owns the car, find out that the son of the owner of the car is missing, and now we got bullet holes all in the car.
I got you.
So something's
Bad, right?
the only thing he lied about was his address in Winsboro. So he don't have a driver's license, but he lied about living down here. I don't know what he thought that was going to do, but
He lived in Monroe.
lives in Richwood, and the car is registered out of Monroe to the. But I'm not getting these. I called Scooter Day over there. His scooter's been off. He hadn't heard nothing, but I don't know who's supposed to be calling me. They said somebody was supposed to call me. The y'all sheriff's office said somebody was calling me.
Yeah.
If he's knows something about this boy that's missing, there's bullet holes. I'd like to at least. We need good. I guess I'll do as much good contact as I can.
You haven't been into the vehicle, huh?
Yes, I just looked in the console, the center console. He had a doobie in the ashtray thing, but I really didn't give it a good look.
Right. Right.
See? I'm gonna do the obvious thing I want to do. Hey. Yep. Put your hands up. Put your hands up. Put your hands up. Put your hand behind your back. Put your hands behind your back. Don't move. Do you understand? Don't move. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say may be used against you in the court of law. You have a right to an attorney. Have one present during any questioning. At any time you choose not to make any statements or answer any questions. Do you understand? If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed to represent you by the court. Do you understand? Do you understand? Who is that? Who is that? Who is who?
That's Mike.
That's Mike. How did Mike get there? Tell me.
It wasn't me, man. It wasn't.
Okay.
I just hit him, bro. I did.
You just hit him?
I did.
Okay. Lock this down. Lock this down. F-39 to Region 3.
F-39.
Get in there. Get in there.
Region 3, F-39.
I am 1015.
10-4, 10-15 is 1658. 1658 is 510 with 26.
26 is 125-03057, 125-0357. F-39 Troop F desk.
Good.
Need a supervisor out here. I am LA-17, 1 mile north of LA-4. Can you give me a 21, Sarge? Okay, guys, want to lock it down. Nobody in front, nobody behind. And I've got my sergeant coming.
I cut the car off.
Okay.
Put the key up here.
Okay, that's it. Okay, all right. Hey, Sarge. Yes, sir. Yes, 23 and a 55 on LA-17, just north of LA-4. All right, I get the guy out. He's super nervous. He lies to me about his address. He's got no driver's license. He says he's going to his house in Winsboro. Well, I find out he lives in Richwood. Okay, and I call Monroe. This car has 3 bullet holes in it on the driver's side. I asked the guy, he's been smoking weed, so I asked the guy to search the car. I go around the car inside the passenger compartment and I can't find anything. It's maybe a little roach in the doobie in the ashtray. We're sitting here asking about it, about the guy that gave him permission to use the car. His mama reported him missing, Michael Robinson. The driver's name is Michael, I got to get his name here. I popped the trunk. Sarge, there's a dead body in the trunk. Okay, so I'm not. We've blocked in front of the car and behind the car. We've shut the trunk. I have Franklin Parish Sheriff's Office with me. We're at 82. Okay, we're not. We're done. I'm at 8260 Highway 17. I'm at 8260 Highway 17. Go south. Yes, ma'am. Bye.
He looked like he wanted to do something.
Yeah.
I kept my eyes on him.
Okay. Did we hadn't searched him yet?
No, we hadn't searched.
Okay. Step out of the car, my man. Step out of the car, okay? Look at me. I'm gonna take this off, okay? All right, everything wait, hold on. Everything's gotta be bagged.
Okay.
Get out of the car. All right, look at me, Michael. What's your last name?
Mitchell.
Huh? Michael Mitchell? Stand here against the car. Do you understand? Don't move.
Get anything on you like what? Keep doing.
Okay, put that sash in here. Anything else on you? Anything on your nuts? Anything in your ass crack? Nothing?
Take a watch right here.
Okay, give me that watch, bag it. Okay, anything else? No? Okay, you're gonna have some investigators come and talk to you, do you understand?
Kick those shoes
Kick
off.
the shoes off. All right, sit up in there. Sit up in there. You're gonna have some investigators come and talk to you, do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm sorry to get y'all roped into something, boy.
Her arms were cut off. Her legs were cut off. Her ears were cut off. Her tongue was cut off. Her arms were cut off. Her legs were cut off. Her ears were cut off. Her tongue was cut off.